Hi guys, welcome to my week 17 post VSG update. Before we get started, if my eyes look a little bit distracting to you, can you tell that my eyelid is like super swollen? Yeah. I have really sensitive skin, and I've always known that I have sensitive skin, and so whenever I try new products, I'm always very careful. To use particular brands that I like know and trust and are like formulated for sensitive skin. Anyway, I tried a new face wash yesterday. This one here. I really like the way it made my face feel, except when I got out the shower, my face was burning. And so I just put my like normal moisturizer on and went to bed. And when I woke up this morning, my right eye was like swollen shut. It was awful. It has gotten better throughout the day, but it is still really swollen. So I apologize in advance if that is distracting to you. I know it is distracting to me. It doesn't hurt anymore, no more burning, it's just like Quasimodo eye. So anyway, how are you? Okay, so week 17 post VSG update. I am feeling really good. Let me tell you my stats. So I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on October 20th, 2016 in Morristown, New Jersey. My day of surgery starting weight, I did not have a pre-op diet, was 265. 5'8", I'm 30 years old. Last week I was 208.8, and that week it had been kind of a slow loss. This week I am 204.4, which means I lost 4.4 pounds this week and 60.6 pounds overall. Oh my gosh, that is insane. I I can't even believe it. I can't believe I'm down 60 pounds. I also can't believe I'm so close to Wonderland. And if you take a look at this chart here, you will see that this week was ties for my second highest loss since surgery. The first highest loss was obviously week 1. This is the same amount of loss as I had in week 2. This is crazy. I wish I could tell you what I'm doing different, that I found some like magic secret, but I haven't found one. Just kind of chugging along. Still doing great with my macros, my water. I don't know. You do what you can, and sometimes the scale is great and sometimes not so much. But I will say that I have continued to weigh myself daily, so like every day I lost like almost a pound, honestly. Well, I think like 5 out of the 7 days I had a pretty good loss, and so that was super motivational for me this week. Every day I just felt really good. Also because I have the Fitbit Aria scale, it like auto syncs to my FitnessPal and my phone and the Fitbit app. So I like wake up early and like go to the bathroom, weigh myself, and sometimes I go back to bed for a few minutes. But like there was one day I went back to bed and I looked at my phone and I already had people like congratulating me on my FitnessPal for my loss for that day. Like I hadn't even looked at what the loss was. Oh, because when I wake up in the morning I can't see because I don't have glasses or contacts in. So like I just like record it and then look at it later. But at that point I already had like instant notifications, and it really, having the daily weigh in this week anyway, definitely made me feel good. And you know, I know we talk a lot about like if we should rely on the scale to dictate our mood, but I guess in the cases where it motivates you and makes you feel good, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Anything that motivates you and makes you feel good, I think that's a good thing to have. So anyway, I feel great this week. Oh, also, you guys, I won Jess's giveaway over at Watch Kitty Shrink. She did a 1,000 follower giveaway, and I found out yesterday that I won. I'm so excited. So I will, whenever I get whatever I get, I will do an unboxing video. I've never won a giveaway before. This is my first time, and so I'm like super excited about that. Oh, okay, more good news. So I saw my endocrinologist yesterday for my like 3-month blood work, but really it was like 3.5 months. But anyway, great news across the board. My cholesterol is finally under 200. I'm at like 180. My cholesterol is really good. My A1C is like 5, so that's really good. My blood pressure was like 118/70. My resting heart rate was like 70, which it never, my whole life has always been like 90 or higher. So my resting heart rate has come down, and all the vitamins, calcium, iron, like everything is good. So in fact, on some things I'm actually over. So I've been taking a vitamin D supplement, and I'm actually a little too high on that, which means my body is like finally absorbing vitamin D properly. So I'm spacing out my supplements a little bit further now. And on my B12, I'm actually a little high too. So instead of taking a B12 every day, I'm going to take it every other day. So it just feels really good to know that my body is finally like starting to work the way a normal, healthy person's body works. So that it just feels so good. It really, really does. Plus, my endocrinologist is this like older lady who's like very, very stern, and she was the one who I saw the very first time. I mean, when she diagnosed me with the prediabetes, diabetes, whatever, and she's been with me throughout this entire journey. She's just an incredible, incredible doctor. But when she saw me this time, I hadn't seen her since in 3 months. I saw her like right after my surgery. And then I saw her again yesterday, and she was like reading off my stats, telling me this is good, this we're gonna adjust, blah blah. And then she said, "Okay, I'll have you come sit over here." And then I like stood up, and she goes, "You look so good." And it's crazy because I didn't really know that she remembered what I looked like before, that she remembers me. I don't know, like I don't. It was very humbling and very it felt great. So that's been good. Also, okay, so I've been exercising a lot, and I guess that's kind of been the only change. Although last week I started walking and jogging a little bit, elliptical, that sort of thing, at the gym, at work, on my lunch break. Well, this week I decided to kick it up a notch. So I started to think about how like I'm feeling good, energy wise. I feel healthy, whatever. Back in like maybe 2009 or 2010. There's this race that happens in New Orleans every year, the day before Easter, so Saturday in like springtime, and it's the Crescent City Classic. It's a 10K, and like tens of thousands of people do it. It's this like huge thing. It's a beautiful course. If you're familiar with New Orleans, it starts in the French Quarter and runs all the way to uptown. So you go through these like gorgeous neighborhoods and houses and trees, and like there are people who just like sit outside their houses with like music playing. There's bands along the way. There's people with like Jello shots, and like it's insane. It's so much fun. Lots of people do it, obviously. So in like I think 2009, I don't remember what year, but I was dating this guy who like considered himself a runner, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the Crescent City Classic this year. Do you want to do it with me?" And at that point, I was working out a lot. I was an aerobics instructor, but I have never been a runner like at all. I'm just not. I feel like I'm not built that way. Runners are like tall and long and lean, and I've always been like, even at my healthiest, I'm like muscular, I guess. My shoulders are broad. I'm a swimmer. I feel like I'm built like a swimmer. Anyway, at that point in my life, I was like super fit. By the way, I weighed like 210, more than I weigh now. And I was like, yeah, I'll do the Crescent City Classic with you. And he had these like special runner shorts and like special runner socks and like all this special runner things. And we got to the race, and he just like took off. See ya. I didn't see him for the rest of the race. And then I just did it, walk, jog, whatever. And he did the 10K in like an hour 17. No, he did it in an hour 15, and I did it in an hour 17. The whole way I was only 2 minutes behind him. I didn't even know that. And the fact that I could just like pick up and run at that point, like I had no idea I could do that. And that in my mind was like, this means I'm healthy. This means I'm in good shape, that I can just like pick up and go. I can just do a 10K whenever I feel like it, if I want to, even if I'm not a runner, even if I haven't trained. Like the human body is like, you can run. I think that's one of the things we like can kind of naturally do if we're in a healthy state. Like we can walk, we can jump, we can run, we can swim. Like those are things that the body is like capable of doing. And so at that point in time, many years ago, I felt really good that I did that, and I never did it again. But my point is that this week, I was walking on the treadmill on my lunch break, and all of a sudden, just out of the blue, I got this urge to jog, and I was like, let me just see if I can do this, and let me just see how long I can do it, because I obviously haven't been exercising really. I mean, I've been walking some. And then I started jogging, and then I jogged for like 4 minutes straight, and then I took a 2-minute break and did another 4-minute jog, 2, 4, 2, 4, all the way until I did a 5K. I did it in, I think it was like 39 minutes the first time, and then I felt like it felt so good. Sorry about that, my battery died. I had to fix this thing. It felt so good that I just wanted to like keep going, and I couldn't believe that I could do it, because that in my mind was like a sign of physical health, that I can just like run. I mean, I'm not gonna like run for an hour out of the blue, but I thought that was great. So anyway, the next day I was like, let me see if I can do it again. And I did it again, and that time I did it in 37 minutes. So, and then I kept going to the 45. So anyway, I feel like I'm in a really good place. I'm not going to do it every day because after that second time I was like super sore. Plus I'm still doing Cindy's squat challenge, which if you don't remember, every time you go to the bathroom you do 20 squats, which seems like it's not that big a deal, but after you've like run, and then you're wearing heels at work, and then you have to do squats. I was so sore yesterday. Plus I had to go to a meeting in New York. So anyway, I didn't end up running yesterday, and today I had this big meeting. I only did 1 mile. But anyway, my point is I feel really good. I've got tons of energy, and I'm motivated more by my success. So it's like snowballing, you know, like the scale moves, and so I want to do more, and the exercise feels good, and so I want to do more, and it's just like I'm in a really good spot right now. And I just want to say shout out to Ange and Jess for doing the long haul challenge, because every day I'm like, I have to average 2.8 miles a day to get to my 1,000 miles for the year. And there are some days where like it's snowing or whatever, and I'm not going to get my 2.8 miles. So that's motivation, incentive to do extra on the days that I can. So it's like in the back of my mind every day, I was like, I have to get that. Like I said, today I had a really important meeting, but I got my 1 mile in. And so I feel like that's the point of these kinds of challenges, is to really motivate us to just do a little bit more. You don't have to turn into like this crazy exercise beast. I mean, if you want to, that's cool, but like just even do a little bit more. I think it's really great. So if anybody's interested in joining in on the long haul challenge or the squats challenge, I am here to support you. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I am having so much fun with it. So yeah, that's where I am this week. The acne continues, by the way. That's still happening. But oh well, no complaints. Last thing I was going to tell you. Oh yeah, so I'm recording a bunch of videos right now, if you saw on my Instagram, I bought a whole bunch of yogurt flavors that are new, and I'm like doing tiny mini reviews, so I'm going to splice all those together and put out a yogurt review soon. And I'm also slowly working my way through some Halo Top and Enlightened ice cream flavors, but not as quickly. So that might be a few weeks before I put that out. But anyway, that's been fun too. Y'all, I had not had Halo Top or Enlightened before this, before like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I don't even remember when I started, but I'm obsessed. It is so good. And, you know, for a half cup, only 80 calories or whatever, that's like very, very reasonable. Before this, my kind of treat was some almond butter, which the little packets of almond butter are like 180 calories, so that was really like a special treat. But this at 80 calories, it's really like, it's like eating a Greek yogurt. I mean, it's less protein, but I'm doing fine on protein anyway. So I'm really enjoying that. And I can't say why didn't you tell me before, because you did. So I'm joining the bandwagon, and it's really good. So I'm looking forward to sharing those videos with you soon. So that's all I have this week. How are you doing? Love to chat with you guys in the comments below. Love catching up with all of your videos. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will talk with you soon. Have a great week. Okay, bye.